as you can see, your USD has been pushing up as anticipated, right, this whole week. So let's just analyze it mechanically first, and then we talk about what are what we're looking for. So basically, if we come to the daily time frame, you can see if we look at this mechanically, you can see okay, our buy before the sell has been holding, right? So supply has been holding. Here again, what do we have? The same thing, pushing market down lower. Here we push market down, we came into it, we look for those positions, we push market down again. Now same thing, after a break of structure, we now have this consolidation which happened since Friday last week, short consolidation, and now we're making higher prices. So we're making higher prices back into where? Into that supply, into this supply zone now. Now for me, then we go to the 4 hour, right? Now if we, pardon guys, if we look at our daily fractal also, our daily fractal is also bearish. We have from here to here, right? So it's our daily fractal high, our daily fractal low, right? So you can see we are bearish on the daily, fractally and swing wise, right? And if we come here also to the 4 hour, you can see okay, here we had that break of structure. Now these are swing high, these are swing low. Okay guys, these are swing high, these are swing low. And from there, now we're just having that retracement and then into premium pricing. Because if we take our PVD to our FIB to, we take it from here, from that swing high to that swing low. You can see right here, guys. Now we've retraced to the 50%. And from here, it's fine for us to start looking for those short positions once we start to see that change of character. Why? Because we've had liquidity grab. We had liquidity grab here, we had liquidity grab here. Now we're inside this area of supply. So keep in mind, guys, all we just need now is to look for that fractal structure shift, right? So here we have our fractal low, here we have our fractal high, right here at this. Let me mark it out for you so that it can be clear, right? So at this level, this low of this candle, 1.62266, that's where we have our fractal low. So what I would be waiting for is, then we go to the hourly, right? What I will be waiting for, that is our 4 hour. What I'll be waiting for is, if you see the hourly, I'll be waiting for that hourly change of character, right? These are fractal low, these are fractal high. So I would wait for this to break, right, guys? If we're to get an entry from here, if we start selling from here, what would I be looking for? I will be waiting for this to break and then coming down. Now we have that new supply zone. Once we come in, we look for those short positions, guys. So we can look for those short positions if we start to break those fractal lows, right? I want to see some strength, I want to see some bearish momentum. Then we'll put our stop above this high, and then we can target this liquidity low or new lows. Let's see how that works out, guys. So let's be patient. We've been patient all week. Let's be patient. Let's wait for that change of character, guys, and then we can start looking for those short positions. Okay, now if we come to the dollar index, it's I mean, yesterday we started to retrace, right? And from my previous videos that we've been talking about this week, I was waiting for these lows to get swiped, waiting for these lows to get swiped, making connection into this demand level, into this daily demand level. Now we've done that. So what are we waiting for now? A fractal structure shift, right? A change of character, where I want to start seeing those highs get broken. So once we start to see those highs get broken, then, because here on the dollar, these are fractal high at 98.798 on the 4 hour, right? So we want to see that get broken, a retest, and then we can start looking for those further long positions, guys. Okay, so let's see if we get those entries today. If we get our entries today, it would be nice on your USD. And then a beautiful pair that I'm always keeping an eye on, GBP USD. Why do I like GBP USD more? It gives me one more confidence that Euro USD is not giving me at the present moment. What is that, guys? Quarterly opens. It's giving me that confidence of quarterly open, and and that is just beautiful, guys. That is just beautiful. I'm just waiting for, right? So, and also we've retraced into premium. I don't know why it's doing this, trying to, okay. So now we've retraced into premium. Where's our fractal low, guys? On the 4 hour, right here, we have our fractal low right here on the 4 hour. But we can come to the hourly, right? If we come to the hourly, where's our fractal low? Our fractal low is right here on the hourly. So for me, it's fine once you start seeing those breaks, right? It's fine once you start seeing those breaks because we're at premium pricing. We've taken liquidity to our left. Look at all of this liquidity that we swiped on our way. Swipe, swipe, swipe. We've taken this liquidity too. Quite nice. And then from here, it's possible for us to start seeing those rejections, right? Seeing sellers stepping. So I would just wait for that break of fractal structure of these lows. And then from there, if we form a strong supply chain, we can start looking for those short positions, guys, and putting our stops above this high, right? So let's keep an eye out for that. If we look at NZD USD also kept making moves higher, and which is quite nice to see because I'm still looking for perhaps higher prices on this. But if we look at this now, this is our immediate, right? Sell, buy before the sell, right? This is our immediate buy before the sell. Has a quarterly open inside. We have this break of structure right here. So swing high to swing low. Okay, swing high, this is our swing low. Now we've retraced into premium. So for me, and we've also grabbed liquidity. So for me, what's the last piece of confidence that we're looking for? That change of character, guys. If we get that change of character, we go in the market. And I would love for us to use this to make some money this week, pass some challenges, get funded, guys. Let's start getting funded. With AUD/USD, at the moment, it's not bearish, right? So it's not like all other major dollar pairs, right? Because if we look at this mechanically, if we go to the daily, right, we have here a swing low, we have here a swing high. Now we've retraced into what? Into discount prices. So this can be a position that you edge against those dollar shorts, against your USD short and GBP USD short, right? This AU is a position that is possible that we can edge against those shorts. So how would we be doing this? We would be looking for that change of character similarly, right? So above here, right? So you can see we grab this liquidity. Looking to the left, there's quite a strong demand zone, right? Because it took out these lows also before we broke structure, right? So before we broke that structure, it took out those lows. So it's a possibility that we get buys from here on AU, but I'm not looking to trade it at the moment. If I would be trading it, I would be edging it against my Euro USD or GBP USD position, guys. Okay, so let's be cautious. With USD CHF, what I've been waiting for basically happened. So if you were here this whole week, I said I was looking for lower prices, probably a swipe of these lows, and then maybe respecting this area. But you can see, guys, we have here consolidation. And what do we usually have above and below consolidation zones? We have liquidity resting. What have we done now? We've come here, we've swiped that liquidity, guys. We've taken out all of these lows. And where's our fractal high? Our fractal high is right here, guys. I mean, guys, please, all we just need is patience and repetition. Patience, repetition, patience, repetition. Doing the same thing all over and over again. It can get boring, but that's where the money is. That's where success is. So guys, now we've had these are fractal high, these are fractal low. So for me, my entry signal would be break of this fractal high, giving us that nice demand. Probably like a weak sell or some like a weak retracement or something, and then from there we can start looking for those long positions, guys, to take it to this highs. So I'm watching that as I've been all week. I'm keeping my eye on it. Right on the hourly, this is even our fractal, so it's quite very close. So let's just wait for that 4 hour fractal break and let's see what wants to happen from there, guys. Quite beautiful. I mean, just look at this, man. Look at this, man. We just came into here, wicked it, rejected it, and then boom. Wow. I mean, guys, this is just beautiful price action. This is wonderful. So let's keep an eye out for that. I would like Also on that USD CHF, you saw the, let me quickly show you. I want to use the one I, where is it? Okay, beautiful, right? You saw this quarterly open right here, right? So we can push through, then use it as support, and then we start to buy from there. Hopefully, guys, that would be lovely. That would be lovely to see. Now let's move on to gold. I mean, guys, what's there to say on gold? We kept pushing up yesterday, and as we've been saying all week, I mean, as we've been saying all year long, guys, just look for buys on this thing. There's no other thing to do, right? So for me, how will we look for buys? We look for buys from liquidity lows. We've had that liquidity swipe right here. It's enough to start pushing the market up higher, but I would probably like some lower prices on gold. Maybe we push down a little bit here, and then we could start looking for those buys. Hopefully, it retraces a little bit deeper. That would be nice to see. So we can look for those buys and take it to new highs. So you can see I have my liquidity marked here. Also, this is also quite a nice zone to look for those longs from, right? It could start buying from here, it could come deeper, right? So, with USD card, quite choppy at the moment, honestly. I'm not really looking to trade this since we have other pairs that are looking better. So for me, I'm staying out of USD card. I'm not looking to trade it at the moment. If we come to USD JPY, similarly, also I'm looking for lower prices perhaps, but I expect the yen to start showing some strength because I expect investors to start moving towards it if China and the US keep making this trade war and all of these things going on with the US and the uncertainty facing the dollar at the moment. So I expect yen to start showing some strength and CHF to start showing some strength. So let's see what's gonna happen perhaps next week. But for now, there's nothing for me here to see. All right, guys. I wish you a wonderful trading day. Have have a good week. So hopefully we get to print some money today. Thank you.